And welcome to the Brotherhood of Geeks. I'm Brett J. Rasmussen, and I'm here to go ahead and watch the Xbox Anniversary Celebration. I guess we're going to hear about some maybe new games, maybe some new announcements, along with hopefully going through the history of Xbox, because so I very much am more of a PlayStation fan, but I love Xbox. I actually had the original Xbox when I was a kid, and I've talked about this with Spectre on our PlayStation podcast, DualShocked, but years ago when me and my family went from a PS1 to the next generation, from PS2 or original Xbox, we went with the original Xbox, and some of my favorite games of all time are on that system. I love Halo. I fell in love with Halo from there. Halo 1, Halo 2. Halo 2 is one of my favorite games. My favorite game in all of time and all of existence was a Xbox exclusive, which was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which, as we now know, is getting a remake, and they have now ported that game to the Switch recently. An amazing game. What an amazing game. I love Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And like other games like Fusion Frenzy, and Mech Assault. Love Mech Assault. But anyway, enough about that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what we got here. So let's go ahead and begin this, shall we? Yeah. Original Xbox, and now 20 years. I forgot it's been 20 years. Jesus Christ. God, I feel old. In 2001 was the original Xbox. Oh, and Fable. Oh, love Fable. Yes, please. Yep. The 360. That was when I went to a PS3. I chose to go with the PS3 instead of a 360 at that time.
Our passion is to help you find and play the games that you love.
You know, I love the art form of video games. I think we tell stories that bring people...
Xbox One had a very rough launch, and we've talked about this. But very recently, within, I would probably say maybe the past 3-4 years, near the end of the life cycle of the Xbox One, has Xbox gotten much better. And they're taking big strides to move forward. And like, again, they've bought multiple other studios to create first-party exclusives. I mean, Bethesda was a massive buy. This open screen. My childhood right here. So good. That's my childhood right there.
Wow. After all of this time.
Oh, that looks rad.
It's special to be
that looks rad.
With Xbox fans around the world. I mean, just look at this stage. That alone shows you how far we've all come since 2001. My name is Robbie Bach, and I had the privilege of being in charge of Xbox until I retired from Microsoft.
Oh, he was the original first head of Xbox. Oh, wow.
And when we started Xbox 20 years ago, the original idea was a business venture, a way for Microsoft to get into the living room. But as we assembled our team and got to work, Xbox quickly blossomed into a new vision for what games could be. An Ethernet port to connect players over the internet with broadband speeds. A built-in hard drive to help games evolve beyond the limitations of discs and cartridges.
Love it.
A global dedicated online service to let you play with old and new friends alike, no matter where they are. These were audacious, groundbreaking ideas at the time. But they were also risky. We faced skeptics and doubters, I'll be honest and say inside and outside of Microsoft. We had missteps along the way. There were lots of challenges involved in getting that first Xbox out the door in a way that was true to our vision. So when I think about what it took to bring Xbox to life, I always remember that success was not guaranteed. And it was your passion for what Xbox is that transformed that vision into reality. A vision only comes to life when others share a belief in what's possible. And for that, we are grateful to all of you, our partners, developers around the world, and most of all, our fans.
Introducing Power On, the story of Xbox. It's a 6-part documentary series. Holy crap.
Microsoft is going to make a game console.
We weren't sure how we were going to do it. Risk was enormous.
I actually really want to watch this because, like,
Of the era. But
that success or even survival was anything but preordained.
The name you
We
know.
started to ship quality games.
And at the same time, we weren't doing anything in the console space. One day, these guys from the DirectX team walked in. We just thought of ourselves kind of that rebels.
A weird combination of craziness and genius. We were a renegade team.
A lot of our thinking was focused on making the very best games.
That really meant something for us. We wanted to make
The
a
story
console
you
designed
don't.
to be easy and fun to make games on. We were trying to crash meetings and get traction on this thing.
We're an annoyance.
You're proposing taking money away from Office in order to fund some game system?
Ballmer understood where the money came from.
Steve looked at the Xbox idea and saw insanity.
Wait just 1 minute before you answer.
What's the hard drive going to cost? What's the Ethernet port going to cost? There's no way.
From the team that
about
lived
making
it.
a console is hard.
We made this little device.
That was held together by chewing gum and paste.
And it doesn't turn on. It became
Oh yeah! Yeah!
challenges for us.
I remember that!
Duke wasn't a small controller.
Oh, the Duke controller! I love that thing! I don't care! I love the Duke controller. That thing is huge. And Garage, oh my god, I loved it.
Forza was built as an epic racing game.
Yep. Halo.
Appealing to a hardcore gamer.
We were focused on
Halo was a massive reason why Xbox survived and is now here today. Oh, the red light of death.
The Red Ring of Death.
The red ring of death.
Brand is on the line, the Microsoft name's on the line. It's insane to launch a game console. When you're Microsoft, you made freaking Windows and a spreadsheet.
It was chaotic.
Yep. The Xbox One launch was horrendous.
Across all platforms.
And Phil Spencer is the guy that was able to bring it back and put it to where it is now.
Come out of nowhere.
Oh, yes.
We are no longer in the Microsoft playbook.
Power on, the story of Xbox. Ah, December 13th. I look forward to watching that.
On the Story of Xbox is a 6-part documentary series that will release on December 13th across a variety of video platforms. So the
So like
project
YouTube
began
and other
almost
stuff.
3 years ago with a simple question. Is there a compelling story behind the history of Xbox? The answer, it turns out, was yes.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes.
An Emmy Award-winning documentary film team to really dig in and help bring the story to life.
Oh wow, that's a lot
At
of
its
stuff.
core, it's a story about how Xbox started as a passion project from a small group of gamers within Microsoft and grew to become a source of joy for Xbox players around the world.
Okay.
Whether you've been here for the entire 20 years or you have just joined us, we're excited to have you with us today. And we're going to relive some of our favorite moments, hear some words of wisdom from our very own Phil Spencer, and definitely have a little bit of fun.
From the vault.
Well, thanks, Rock. And it really
Oh!
is an honor.
This is the reveal of the system when Dwayne The Rock Johnson showed up. I love it.
Know that you're a 5-time WWF champion. Not to mention one of the top
Oh my
in the
god.
world.
This is great.
Bill, I'm very
Because this is when The Rock was still, when Dwayne The Rock Johnson was still The Rock, when he was still wrestling. I love it.
Corporation, a leading worldwide provider of software for the personal
I remember this. This is great.
Thank you, Rock. I'm very flattered myself.
By creating Windows in 1983, a multitasking graphical user interface environment that runs on MS-DOS-based computers along with Windows NT and Windows 2000, completely self-contained operating systems that feature networking, symmetric multiprocessing.
I love this. This is great.
multi-threading, and security. Bill, you've certainly revolutionized the technology we know today.
Rock, that is impressive. So, for the first time, let me now unveil Xbox.
Yep.
I think this is going to be looked back on as the golden age of video games.
Yep. Halo. Oh man. There were so many good games that came out on the original Xbox. Yep, Fusion Frenzy. Oh, I love the OG Xbox. I love the original Xbox.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil Spencer, known on Xbox as P3.
Yep.
I've been playing video games pretty much my whole life. I actually joined this company as an intern when I was still in school, a long time before Xbox was even a concept. So when I think about 20 years of Xbox and what games mean to all of us, I always come back to the fact that around the world, gaming is all about people. That's it. Games are all about real people coming together to create experiences and relationships that cross geographies and cultures and age and all the things that can separate people in other parts of life. Personally, I've been fortunate to see that power of gaming to connect people in a few ways. At work, the best part of my job is spending time with the ridiculously talented teams both here at Xbox and across our industry. You, gaming creators around the world, are at the forefront of the world's most exciting art form. But the reality is that as an industry, none of our work comes to life until it's enjoyed by our players. You, the global gaming community, are a powerful force, and it is you who've made our passion as popular and important as it is today.
Yeah.
Pretty much every day when I'm off work, I'm on Xbox. I'm chatting with friends, we're driving Jeeps off cliffs in Forza, I'm trying new games in Game Pass. This is where we live, and we've all seen how important and real those human relationships can be, especially in the face of real-life adversity. So when I think about 20 years of Xbox, I think about you, our community, and our creators. And I want you to know that I'm dedicated, Team Xbox is dedicated, and this company is dedicated to continuing to invest, listen, and learn as we build the best, most welcoming, and most fun entertainment ecosystem anywhere on Earth and beyond. At Xbox, we're on a mission to bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone. And we're honored that you've joined us for the last 20 years, and we can't wait to build the future together. So thank you, and see you online.
3 friendships made online and solidified in real life.
Like 3 years ago on Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
So over the next year, he quickly became one of our best friends.
We're meeting for the first time.
But of course, it was only online. I've never seen him in person.
Tanner lives in Spokane, Washington.
And I was like, bro, I want to be in Canada. He's like, bro, no way.
He's here. It's just so crazy.
Now let's pack up and head to St. Louis.
How's it been, bro? I'm so happy to see you, bro.
The Bridge Boys are back.
I've met Jacob.
That's why we're friends. We're all here. Because of Gears of War. Because of Gears of War. You met this dude on Xbox.
That's actually really good. That's great.
Since the launch of Xbox One,
Oh God!
you, the community,
This is in 2015.
and we're grateful for your continued feedback. We continue to deliver monthly platform feature updates that enhance your gaming experience.
This was
And
2
your
years after
response
the
to
launch.
Updates continues to motivate us. Last year, the team decided to tackle a feature that has been consistently at the top of your request list.
I think this
While we
was
weren't sure it was
backwards
possible,
compatibility.
Today, I'm pleased to announce Xbox One backwards.
Yeah, this is when they announced backwards compatibility. That was a massive win for Xbox at that time. PS4 was kicking the door down on Xbox. That was a massive win that they needed. Like, that was huge for Xbox. It was huge for them to get backwards compatibility. For them to go ahead and have it from the 360 and then into the original Xbox. That was huge for them.
Cult classics. And we listened. Today we are celebrating our anniversary by adding more than 70 original Xbox and Xbox 360 games to our backward compatibility catalog. The entire Max Payne series is now playable on Xbox Series X,
Oh, wow.
Series S, and Xbox One consoles for the very
All of
first
Max
time.
Payne. Okay.
The entire Fear franchise can now be played
All
on
of
all
Fear?
these machines. Games like Dead or Alive Ultimate and Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast
Yeah!
once again playable on a new generation of consoles. All original Xbox games will look better than ever on all modern consoles. Every one of the titles added today will benefit from Auto HDR, and many will enjoy increased frame rates with FPS Boost, including a wider range of our existing backward-compatible titles like the Gears of War franchise, the Fable franchise, Cameo, and Sonic Generations. At Xbox,
Sonic
we are
Generations.
committed
That's
to
a fun
preserving
game.
the games that you love, enhanced by the latest technology while staying true to the original creator's vision. What better way to celebrate the past 20 years than by playing the iconic games that helped define it? Thank you for being with us on every step of this journey.
Okay, another thing from the vault. So, 70 games backwards compatibility. That's awesome. Yep, for the 360. Mass Effect 1 was exclusive. You got Halo 3, you got Halo Reach, you got Halo ODST. Yeah, the 360 was huge. Huge. The 360 sold more than the PS3. They came out a year before the PS3. It was cheaper. Now, mind you, you had the Red Ring of Death, which was oof. And also, PlayStation kind of hurt themselves with how they developed that system with the processing core and everything. While Xbox was just like, we want to make it the most accessible to have developers make games for. Xbox 360 was huge. And the 360 is what gave Microsoft that pretty much foothold within the gaming industry. Not saying that they didn't with the original Xbox, but the 360 made it that PlayStation can be toppled. It can be. PlayStation is not doesn't hold.
Xbox
Oh,
fans,
hello!
The time has come. Can you believe it has been 20
Look at all the
years
artifacts
since I
behind
was
the
at
rock.
CES stage in Las Vegas and helped launch the original Xbox. Now, of course, I nailed all the cool buzzwords.
The Rock's here to say that that can't be farther from.
Oh, I am sorry. I don't know what happened here. This is odd.
Now, I'm to the vault.
The truth.
Symmetric multiprocessing. They are hell-bent on getting into the vault and getting their hands on these artifacts themselves. So I need your help. I need you to break into the Xbox vault yourself by heading over to the site below. Now, I'm excited to tell you we got hundreds and hundreds of amazing prizes, including an oil painting of yours truly.
Sorry about that.
That moment,
I wasn't able to watch this live, so I went ahead and recorded this, and I was able, and I'm doing my reactions to it now.
Xbox, Red Notice, hardware, Game Pass, collector's cards. We got hundreds and hundreds of them for you guys. And last but not least, 3 Cleopatra eggs, just like the ones in Red Notice. All right, it's time for me to go and hit the iron.
Xbox is promoting their Netflix movie.
What real
But
guns look like.
You never cease to amaze the Rock.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
life lessons, mistakes were made. Oops.
Alright, I think I'm gonna be going to bed now.
I'm sorry if the picture is a bit rough. Yeah, ever since the stream kind of glitched out from when I recorded it, it kind of just went woof.
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I love this moment. I love this moment. Too bad Cyberpunk 2077 is not good. Oh, it's a broken game.
Is really going to be breathtaking.
That dude became a meme. I love it. Props to that dude. What was that? I think that was 2018 or something. I don't know.
Activity that brings people from all walks of life, from all over the world together.
Todo puede ser real en un juego.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love Halo. God, I love Halo. I know I'm not the only one.
Mais surtout de découvrir des univers incroyables, des expériences inédites en coop ou en multijoueur, mais surtout de s'amuser, c'est le plus important.
In bocca al lupo e ci vediamo online.
Yep, and that's the new opening screen for the Series X.
That we've worked on for so long. You see it in real products. Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever made. That journey from vision to reality isn't always a direct path. We see a future where you're instantly absorbed in your games, where worlds are even more lifelike, immersive, responsive, and surprising. We centered on this idea, putting the player at the center, really freeing up the player to play the games that they want with the people they want on the devices that they want to play.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Because again, I recorded this stream, so I apologize for that.
Underpins gaming experiences for the globe. That's the vision. It will connect people. It will empower creators to achieve things they never could before. It will break down barriers. That's what I believe.
A milestone like the 20th anniversary of Xbox is more than a chance to reflect on all we've done and everything our players have taught us. With 23 studios across Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda, all pouring their incredible passion into creating new worlds and amazing experiences, the future of gaming is awe-inspiring. At Xbox, our love for players starts with our love for games and the creators who make them. We know that to reach more gamers in more parts of the world, we need to keep bringing more creative voices and perspectives to the table. Fostering a community as diverse as the world we live in and inclusive of all that makes each of us who we are. That's why we relentlessly invest to make it easier and faster for developers to build the games we love. We've driven innovation to enable developers to build accessibility features into their games, like remappable controls and adjustable color or text for players who are visually impaired. We collaborate with creators.
Having accessibility in video games is huge. And PlayStation does it, Nintendo does it, and Xbox has done it. Like, it's great. PC, of course, has all the different ways you can modify your game experience. It's great. It is such a massive step forward in the gaming space, period.
Hundreds of titles from hidden gems to the biggest hits, playable across all devices.
Game Pass has been a big plus for Xbox. I have my Game Pass is definitely very good. I have my own kind of thoughts about it, as I've discussed on our podcast. But I love it. And then the accessibility controller, I love that thing. I think that every company should have an accessibility controller for for PlayStation and for Nintendo and all that stuff.
Thank you for being the core of what makes Xbox great.
Our duty
as soldiers.
Ah, Halo!
Whatever the cost.
What? What? What is this? What is this? That's a paramount. What? No. No. What? What is this?
Hello, Master Chief.
Ah! Oh! We're gonna get a Halo series on Paramount Plus. What? Oh!
I'm so fortunate to be able to work and play in this incredible sci-fi universe. Like Marvel and Star Wars, Halo is a universe where hundreds of stories can be told and where millions of experiences.
I love this so much!
Halo began 20 years ago as the defining experience for Xbox.
Yep.
And thanks to you, it's now a global pop culture phenomenon. Whether it's the highly anticipated Halo TV series coming to Paramount Plus next year,
Oh.
which you just saw a glimpse in that live-action teaser,
Oh.
stepping back into the boots of Master Chief in Halo Infinite this
I'm
month,
looking forward to that
the
game
Halo
right
universe
there.
continues to expand in new and thrilling ways. Because of your passion for Halo and your constructive feedback, we gave Halo Infinite more time to refine it for everyone that has been with us from the beginning.
Yeah.
And for anyone who's just getting started. This game is a return to our roots with an epic campaign and a deeply rewarding multiplayer.
Yes.
We can't wait for you to jump into this all-new Halo experience. While the Master Chief is the hero of Halo, our fans are its heart and soul. And we at 343 are proud to celebrate 20 years of Halo with you in a very special way. Enjoy.
Filmed on the unceded land of Galagal with respect to their elders past. From Portland. Oh boy. I definitely need to take some time to go and go back and replay some Halo games. Ah, it's so good. Oh, oh. Oh, it's an iconic theme. I love it. Oh, this dude, I love this composer, this the director. Oh, that's so cool.
Hello, Halo community, from all of us at 343 Industries. To everyone who played in the recent multiplayer flights, your passion and feedback and spectacular gameplay clips inspired all of us as we made the final push to get Halo Infinite ready for launch. As a thank you and to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we wanted to do something special. So let me hand the mic to Tom French, creative director for Halo Infinite Multiplayer. Tom?
Thank you, Joseph. On behalf of the entire Halo team, it's my honor and privilege to announce that your Spartan journey begins today. Right now, you can download and start playing Season 1 of Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer beta on Xbox One, Series S, X, and PC.
Yo!
This is the kickoff of our season, and you'll have access to all the maps, core modes, academy features, and the full battle pass to unlock. And your progression will carry over when we officially release the game on December 8th.
Oh, wow!
It's a moment for our team to get to celebrate this as we finally get to release the game and play with you online. See you online, Spartans.
That's awesome! That's awesome! Sorry, I have an itch right here that's bothering the crap out of me. I'm sorry. Oh, that's amazing!
We built this facility off the grid to train the next generation of Spartans. To be a Spartan, you must become the impossible.
Greetings, Spartan. It would be my pleasure to serve.
Oh, look at this! Future of Halo starts now.
An electric kill.
Oh, you can just go ahead and grapple the flag? Jesus.
On your feet, Spartan. Ninja.
Zone captured.
Oh, wow. This looks so much fun! What? I can just grab a gun from out of the sky when I kill someone? That's awesome! Oh, man. Oh, okay. Really, there was only a few announcements for this. So we got 70 added games to backwards compatibility, which I did look up a little bit more information. Again, as I said, I actually recorded this, or watch. This is on replay, for the stream, so I didn't watch this live. Again, I'm putting it up now, and I want you guys to see my reactions to this. So this is not live again, but I did go ahead and find some more information about the backwards compatibility. So from what I have read, what I have seen is that those 70 games that they said, or 70, 75, those are the last games that they are adding to the backwards compatibility list. So that's I mean, mind you, they've been adding games for since 2015? Yeah, it was 2015. So 15, so 6 years? Say about. So that's big. That's awesome. Pretty much filling out the library. I'm sorry, I have this itch and it's bothering me. I don't know why. Anyway, so there's that. Then we got Halo. We got this Halo TV show that's coming to freaking Paramount Plus. That's awesome. Oh my god. That's going to be awesome. I'm very looking forward to that. And then the multiplayer has been available. The multiplayer is available right now. So that's awesome. That is awesome. I very much do plan to play some of that multiplayer. Doing that battle pass, I wanted to check out that battle pass system and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't able to play the beta when it came out about maybe a month or so ago. I was busy taking care of other projects. But I very much look forward to playing that multiplayer. And then the campaign comes out in few weeks, really, because we have the rest of November, and then we have that. And then we have the documentary series that's coming out in the beginning of December. I look forward to watching that. I may go ahead and discuss it here on the channel. I don't know. Let me know if you want me to go ahead and talk about the Xbox documentary, because I know that the original Xbox was a massive part of my childhood. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite game in all of existence, because not only is it an amazing game, and still is to this day, that's the game that made me fall in love with Star Wars. That's the game that made me fall in love with narrative, story-driven, narrative-focused games. The reason why I love the games that I play. Turned in all the art. That's the game that made me fall in love with RPGs and all of that kind of stuff. So there's many reasons why KOTOR is my favorite game. Not to mention the original Xbox, all Halo 1, Halo 2. Oh, love Halo 2. I played that multiplayer with my friends for ever. And then Fusion Frenzy, Star Wars Republic Commando, Star Wars Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast. I played a lot of the Star Wars Obi-Wan. There was a lot of Star Wars games from that time, but I didn't play Forza until very recently because I wasn't in the racing games at that time. But there were so many third-party games. Jade Empire is fun. Fable, love Fable. Fable 1, so good. So many games. Mech Assault. Love Mech Assault. I would love to see Mech Assault come back and be a Mech Assault remake, or just Mech Assault 3, because there's Mech Assault and Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf. And then I would love to see a Mech Assault 3 or a remake, or just kind of reboot of Mech Assault. I love that game. God, I love Mech Assault. That game is so much fun. But yeah, there's so many games that Xbox has done and that kind of solidified their stake. Because the thing is that the original Xbox was it was facing up against the PS2. And the PS2, we all know, is the greatest selling console in all of time. Still is to this day. And the original Xbox had to fight it, and they made some good strides. And mind you, the original Xbox is the reason why they were the ones who started online gaming and all of that in the console space. Now that's why we have Xbox Live has been just a thing since the 360 and onward, and then PlayStation used that for they have online for the PS3 and then the PS4 with PlayStation Plus. But the original Xbox was the one that kind of started it in the console space. I remember playing online with Halo 2 with my friends all of the time. When I was a kid, when I was in middle school. And it's great. I remember playing Tony Hawk, Underground 2, American Wasteland. One of my favorite features on the original Xbox was that you could go ahead and download a CD. So I would take the album of Sky High or Simple Plan and throw it into my Xbox, have it download, and then while I'm playing Tony Hawk, I would play that soundtrack through the game, that music through the game. There were many features that were very ahead of its time. And I know the 360 came out, and then the 360 came out a year before the PS3, was cheaper than the PS3, even though it had the Red Ring of Death, which was a really, really big downside, because of the online that was becoming more popular, because that was when Call of Duty really became the franchise that it is today. That's because of Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 1, the original Modern Warfare, not the reboot or whatever that came out about 2 years ago, or last year, can't remember. No, 2 years ago, because Cold War was last year. Anyway, 360 did a lot, and pretty much and then doesn't help that PlayStation went ahead and kind of shot themselves in the foot, making it more expensive It was $600 console when it first came out. And they put so much stuff into that system. Like, you know, yes, it had backwards compatibility on the PS3. You could play your PS2 and PS1 games on there. But the internal core processor was so new and so ahead of its time. And then it was also proprietary to Sony that it made developers, like, it was harder to develop for developers on that system. It took a very long time for PlayStation to be able to compete and then edge out the win. Now, again, we're talking console wars, and again, console wars is very much a fan base war. These companies are making millions of dollars. They're very happy with what they're doing. And yes, there's competition between Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo, but the way that we talk about the console wars and everything, it's very much kind of us talking numbers and what do we prefer and da-da-da-da-da. But really what helped PlayStation edge out just that little bit when near the end of the console life cycle of the PS3 was their exclusives. PlayStation doubled down on their exclusives. That's when we got remasters of like Ico, Shadow of Colossus, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Killzone, and then we got like more Killzone games. So we got a remaster. You know, Killzone was 1, which was on the PS2, came out to that. And then they made even more exclusives. Infamous, God of War 3, you know, and they brought God of War 2 to the PS3, along with, then they had the PSP games, which then they brought over to the PS3. You know, and then The Last of Us, which is the swan song of the PS3, and Last of Us, to a lot of people, is their favorite game in all of time. And in my opinion, one of my favorite games, period. I love Last of Us 1. And then you had the Xbox One who came out that it kind of stumbled over themselves because they were trying to think too far ahead because it was 2013 and a lot of stuff that they wanted to do at that time. If we did it now, not a problem. Always online and, you know, that kind of thing. Not really a big problem anymore because now the internet is so required for just modern day living. But at that time in 2013, that wasn't the case. Smart homes didn't exist. Smart watches, like all the interconnected devices that we have today didn't exist in 2012, 2013. That's why even myself, I was upset. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why do you have to be connected online? Where then PlayStation came out and said, nope, you do not have to. We're making it easier for developers to develop for indie. We want indie developers and all these kind of things. And Xbox very much backslided on a lot of things. That's when Phil Spencer, the current head of Xbox, has done massive strides on getting Xbox pretty much back on track, 1, and then 2, making it look much more appealing to someone who doesn't have an Xbox, wants to get a second console, or kind of wants to switch consoles, because it was like when it came from the PS5 to the Series X. I mean, for me, I know for me, I wanted to get a PS5. If I had to choose one system, it was a PS5. But with them going Game Pass, big deal. We're buying up studios. We've got Double Fine, and yes, Psychonauts 2 is on both PlayStation and Xbox. It's only on PS4 on PlayStation, but it is on Series X. So like it has the Series X look and you know the HDR and all that kind of stuff on Xbox. And then whatever game Double Fine makes next is going to be an Xbox exclusive. That Microsoft buying Bethesda, buying ZeniMax completely outright. Deathloop, yes, is a PS5 exclusive because of the contract that Arcane and Bethesda made with Sony years ago. That isn't going to be the case, and it's a timed exclusive. It's going to come to Xbox later. But Elder Scrolls, like the next Elder Scrolls 6, it's going to be an exclusive. That is going to be only Xbox. That it would make bad business sense to not make it exclusive. And yes, that sucks because I'm excited for that. And I am lucky that I have a Series X to go ahead and play that on. But it makes business sense for that to be exclusive to Xbox or PC and stuff like that. But 20 years of Xbox. I mean, I pretty much was there. Like, I got an Xbox when it came out around 2001, 2002. Because me and my brother, we were deciding if we wanted to go with the PS2 or if we wanted to go with an original Xbox. And we went with an original Xbox because that's what all my friends were playing. All my friends got an Xbox and they were playing Halo. And so that's what we went with. And I honestly don't regret it. I know I missed out on games like Kingdom Hearts and God of War 1 and 2 and Sly Cooper and other stuff during that time. And that's kind of why I went with the PS3 after, because the Red Ring of Death was a big deal. I didn't want that. And I bought the Fat Boy, and we spent a lot of money on that. And then PS3 was the era when I fell in love with PlayStation all over again, because I had a PS1 when I was a kid. That was the very first console that we got in our family, was a PS1. Fell in love with Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and Gex and Tomba and all these other games. But then we went to Xbox. And the original Xbox was amazing. I didn't have a 360. I didn't play on the 360. I played with my buddies if I went over to their house. 360 is a great console. And I understand the reason why. It very much was the leader for most of that time. And then the Xbox One was going to lose because the PS4 came out just with everything. And yeah, the Xbox One but really the Xbox One was very much leading into the Series X. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the Series X has in store with the new games coming out. So 20 years of Xbox. Love it. So yeah, that is everything. Yeah, and also they did this whole Xbox full thing, but anyway. But yeah, awesome. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Brotherhood of Geeks. You can also like, comment, share, subscribe, tell everyone you know, tell everyone you don't know. Please tell everyone you know if you like what we do here. Please tell everyone you know. Smash the subscribe button, all that kind of stuff, all the fun lingo and all that kind of things. If you haven't already, you can also follow me and the team on Twitter at DualShockedBOG. That's the name for our PlayStation podcast, BOG. We do have a PlayStation podcast, and we cover PlayStation. That's primarily what we cover. But we do talk about Xbox and Nintendo and other stuff that's happening in the gaming space as it relates to PlayStation. So go check that out. You can also follow us on Twitch when we stream at twitch.tv/Brotherhood of Geeks. And we have made an Instagram. So Instagram.com/Brotherhood of Geeks. You can go ahead and see I put up thumbnails if I'm doing anything fun or whatever. Maybe some daily life stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna do the whole Instagram thing. But you can go ahead and check us out there. Follow us on Instagram if you want to go ahead and do that. But that is everything. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you guys are playing on Xbox. Are you excited for the next Halo? All that kind of fun stuff. Please let me know in the comments below. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm Brett J. Rasmussen, and as always, live to play. Play together. I'll see you guys next time.